So, let's talk about America's favorite reality show. No, not the one with the roses, the one with the billionaires and the former presidents. It's the ultimate showdown for the title of America's alpha. In one corner you have Donald Trump, the man who turned politics into a blockbuster franchise. And in the other corner, Elon Musk, the guy trying to get us to Mars while simultaneously running our social media feeds. These are two titans, two massive egos, two completely different arenas, but there can only be one true alpha. Here's the 2025 update on their power struggle because, believe me, things have gotten interesting. Now you might think, wait, aren't they on the same team sometimes? And you'd be right. It's complicated. It's like watching two lions sizing each other up over the same piece of land. They might ignore each other for a bit, they might even seem friendly. But deep down they're both thinking, this savannah ain't big enough for the both of us. One commands the unwavering loyalty of a political army, the other commands the future of technology and, let's be honest, a good chunk of the global economy. Their power is immense, but it's also fundamentally different. So today we're going to get into it. We're going to put on our safari hats and observe these two magnificent creatures in their natural habitats. We'll explore the halls of political power where Trump still reigns supreme, and then we'll jet off to the world of innovation and economic disruption where Musk is king. Let's break down who dominates where, who's got the upper hand, and what their ongoing rivalry means for the rest of us here in 2025. Grab your popcorn, because this is going to be a wild ride. Alright, let's start with the man who has made himself a permanent fixture in American politics, Donald J. Trump. Now, in 2025, you might think his influence would have faded a little, like a tan in winter. But no, Trump's grip on the Republican Party isn't just strong, it's practically a Vulcan death grip. He is the sun around which the entire GOP planet orbits. If Trump says jump, the party doesn't just ask how high, they build a trampoline and ask what color he'd prefer it to be. He's not just a former president, he's the party's shadow president, its spiritual leader, and its chief brand officer all rolled into one. Think about the major legislation we've seen this year, that massive piece of legislation, the one they're calling the Big Beautiful Bill, a name so Trumpian you can practically hear it in his voice. It has his fingerprints all over it. Lawmakers, even the ones who secretly wish they could move on, find themselves making pilgrimages to Mar-a-Lago, not just for a photo op, but for his blessing. Without his stamp of approval, a bill is dead on arrival. He doesn't need to be in the Oval Office to guide policy. He just needs a phone and a platform, and suddenly he's shaping the national agenda from his golf cart. It's a level of post-presidency influence we've never seen before. And what's truly fascinating is how he maintains this power. It's a combination of media mastery and an almost mystical connection with his base. The news channels, whether they love him or hate him, can't quit him. He's their ratings gold. Every word he says becomes a headline, every rally a prime-time spectacle. This constant media presence keeps him front and center, reinforcing his narrative and solidifying his importance. It's a feedback loop of power. The media covers him because he's powerful, and he's powerful because the media covers him. It's a cycle that seems impossible to break. Then there's his base. His supporters aren't just voters, they are believers. Their loyalty is absolute and weatherproof. It doesn't matter what controversies arise or what critics say. In fact, the more criticism he gets, the more they rally around him. It's like a political superpower. Even when someone as powerful as Elon Musk throws a little shade his way on X, it barely makes a dent. Trump's supporters see it as just another billionaire from the elite trying to take down their guy. This insulation from outside criticism is his political armor. So when you look at the political landscape of 2025, Trump's dominance is undeniable. He is the kingmaker, the agenda setter, and the ultimate gatekeeper of the Republican Party. He has built a political fortress so strong that it seems immune to attacks, whether they come from the opposition, the media, or even from fellow titans in the billionaire class. In the arena of pure, raw political power, Donald Trump isn't just a player. He owns the entire stadium. Now let's switch gears and talk about the other heavyweight in this contest, Elon Musk. If Trump's kingdom is built on politics and rallies, Musk's is forged in silicon, steel, and rocket fuel. In 2025, his influence isn't just about selling electric cars or launching satellites anymore, it's about fundamentally shaping the future of entire industries. He's the guy playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, and the chessboard is, the planet and maybe Mars. He's got a timeshare there, I think, through Tesla, SpaceX, and X. Musk sits at the helm of a technological empire that touches almost every aspect of modern life. Tesla isn't just a car company, it's pushing the boundaries of AI, robotics, and energy storage. SpaceX has become the de facto space program for America and much of the Western world, launching everything from spy satellites to astronauts. And X, well, it's the digital town square where global conversations happen, and he's the guy who owns the microphone. This trifecta gives him a unique form of power, the power to dictate the technological trajectory of humanity. But here's where it gets tricky for Elon. His ventures, as futuristic as they are deeply entangled with the very present-day world of politics. Many of his companies, especially SpaceX, rely heavily on government contracts. We're talking billions of dollars in federal funding. This makes him powerful, yes, but also vulnerable. He needs the government's support, which means he can't afford to completely alienate the people in charge no matter who they are. It's a delicate dance. He wants to be a disruptive outsider, but he also needs to be a well-behaved government contractor. This vulnerability has become more apparent lately. Think about the Tesla takedown protests we saw earlier this year. Activists, citing labor practices and environmental concerns, organized massive demonstrations that actually impacted production. These controversies aren't just bad PR, they pose a real risk to his bottom line and his stock prices. Unlike Trump's political base, Musk's customer base and investors are much more sensitive to public perception and ethical questions. When you're trying to sell a vision of a clean, utopian future, stories about factory conditions don't really help the brand. So, while Musk's influence is vast and growing, it's also more fragile. He has begun to wade deeper into the political waters, accepting federal appointments to advisory boards and using his platform on X to endorse candidates and ideas. He's trying to play the game, to secure his interests, but every step he takes into that political arena exposes him to new risks. His power is tied to innovation, market performance, and a global reputation that can be damaged by a single controversy or a political shift. He's an economic and technological titan, but his armor has chinks in it that Trump's does not. So, we've seen the kingdom of Trump and the empire of Musk. Now for the main event, the 2025 Showdown. Who is the true alpha? To figure this out, we need to compare them side by side, like two prize fighters before the final round. Let's look at their strengths and weaknesses. Trump's power is concentrated, almost entirely domestic and deeply political. He commands the loyalty of a massive political party and a significant portion of the American electorate. His word can make or break careers in Washington, D.C. Trump's true strength lies in his insulation. The usual rules just don't seem to apply to him. Business downturn? Doesn't matter. Media backlash? He thrives on it. Global criticism? His base sees it as a badge of honor. He operates within a self-contained political ecosystem that he built and that he controls completely. His power base is loyal to him, not to an idea, not to a company, but to the man himself. This makes his influence incredibly resilient and potent within the borders of the United States. He is the master of the American political game. Now let's look at Musk. His power is global, economic, and technological. He doesn't command a political party, he commands industries. His companies are worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and his decisions impact supply chains, financial markets, and technological development across the world. He's not just influencing American policy, he's influencing the future of humanity. He holds the keys to space travel, the electric vehicle revolution, and one of the world's most important communication platforms. That's a different kind of clout, one that transcends national politics. However, this global reach is also his biggest vulnerability. Musk is answerable to a much wider and more diverse group of stakeholders: international governments, shareholders, advertisers on X, and consumers from different cultures. A controversy in Germany can affect his stock price in New York. A political spat with China could cripple his supply chain. Unlike Trump, who can retreat into his fortress of loyal supporters, Musk is exposed on a global stage. His power, while arguably broader, is less absolute and far more conditional. So, who's the alpha? The truth is, it's a split decision. In the bare-knuckle brawl of American politics, Trump is the undisputed champion. He wields political power with a mastery and resilience that is unmatched. But in the grand arena of global innovation and economic influence, Musk is in a league of his own. He's building the world of tomorrow. It's not a question of one being more powerful than the other, it's that they are the alphas of two different, yet increasingly overlapping domains. Trump is the political alpha, Musk is the innovation alpha. So, there you have it. In the great power struggle of 2025, we don't have a single winner. It's more like a co-regency, a diarchy of dominance. Donald Trump is the political alpha, the master of the domestic stage, a figure whose gravitational pull warps the entire Republican Party and, by extension, the direction of the country. He commands loyalty and sets the national agenda with an iron will. On the other side, Elon Musk is the innovation alpha, the global visionary whose companies are not just participating in the future, but actively building its foundations, from sustainable energy to interplanetary travel. What's become clear is that these two spheres of influence, politics and technology, are no longer separate. They are completely intertwined, creating a new and complex American power dynamic. Musk's technological ambitions rely on political stability and government contracts, while Trump's political movement is amplified and debated on the very platform Musk owns. They need each other, they challenge each other, and they define the landscape of power for the rest of us. The battle for who is the true alpha isn't just about two men, it's about which force, raw political will or relentless technological progress, will ultimately shape America's destiny. This rivalry is far from over. As their paths continue to cross, their power will continue to be tested. So, what do you think? Who holds the real power in 2025? Is it the political kingmaker or the technological emperor? Who do you think is the real alpha? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We read them, we really do. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe for more breakdowns of the power players shaping our world. Thanks for watching.